Hi, welcome to the Marketing Podcast. I'm Heather Watson.
And I'm Brendan Quigley.
How you doing today, Brendan?
Fantastic.
You don't look fantastic.
No, I tried to think of a different word.
Oh, okay.
I am fantastic.
You were really struggling.
It was a struggle.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So we're a little bit about a month away from Christmas. How do you feel about that? Are you all ready?
Nope.
Nope. Have you started?
Nope.
Nope. Are you one of those last minute kind of people?
I am the modern day last minute.
Okay, what is that?
So like Amazon starts the countdown for when you have to order by in order to get it before Christmas.
Right.
I play dangerously close to the 2 and 1 day.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you want to borrow access to my Amazon Prime account? Maybe. Just see how far you can push the envelope.
Maybe I don't. Yeah. How far can I procrastinate this? That is the question.
Yeah. Our family's kind of getting to that point around Christmas where it's like, we don't really want gifts from people. I don't know.
We've always done the one, I shouldn't say always, but when we moved to the one gift thing, fantastic.
Yeah.
So we just pick names, you buy one present for one person.
Which we did for a long time, but now it's kind of like, even when we pick names, it's like, what do you want? Like, like we've kind of like, it's not about the awe and mystery. It's like, what do you want? I'll go buy it for you.
You know what I did?
It's like, why bother?
Because that same thing happens. I created an Amazon wish list. And I linked to products where I could, but then it lets you just write in notes as items. So I just like...
And then you share that with your family?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
and I do it understanding that not everyone has the same budgets. So like I do like, the 10, the 20.
Right. So it's like a bridal registry, but every year.
And it's still there. I was touching it up in preparation for receiving gifts.
Let the wish items come in.
Make it public on the podcast.
Ooh.
And if we have listeners, you can buy me something. How vain is that?
How vain is that? There you go. Maybe I'll just set one up for that purpose alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we our Christmas list of gifts that we would buy one another has got really short. We've turned one family, a very large side of the family, is doing a name draw this year.
Yep.
So, or we do.
And do you have like a $20 limit?
No, well, we've gone through a few different iterations. We're now at a point where it's got to be a homemade gift, any budget.
Hey, why not?
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're kind of doing this whole homemade Christmas theme, and I like that. I feel good about that. It's no longer the what do you want, it's what can I make.
What can I make?
What do I know how to
and then
make?
you realize I can't really make much.
I can't make anything.
Do you need a website?
Yeah. I mean, I can knit dishcloths.
There you
go. Too bad it's a guy who doesn't really do dishes.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, no. So and I'll bake food probably is what I'll end up doing.
You know what you could do, and this is something my sister used to do for people, is she used to create like the cookie dough and freeze it.
In a jar. Oh. See, I do the in a jar mixes where they're all like layered in a mason jar.
Oh, okay.
So then you just add like your dairy or your eggs.
Okay. Well, so this was like frozen tubes of cookie dough.
That's smart.
And then you would just pull it out and cut it up and put it in, and it's like I'm giving you cookies a year from now.
Yeah.
I am amazing.
Yeah. It's a gift that keeps on giving. Yeah. Very cool. So what are we talking about today? Facebook, mobile marketer. Actually, it's not mobile marketer. It was, but it's also Marketing Dive.
Okay.
This is where I'm pulling this article from. Facebook unveils messages objective for ad campaigns. So Facebook is adding messages as an objective for ad manager. So anybody who's run Facebook campaigns, you go into your ad manager and then you choose what your objective is, whether it's to get new followers or likes or get traffic to your website or download an app. So you can choose those objectives. So now they're adding this messages objective, which will serve as the new home for Facebook's existing messaging ad products, including allowing businesses to re-engage in existing conversations using sponsored messages. So,
interesting.
What does this mean? Go ahead. Go ahead. What does this mean, Brendan?
What I think is really interesting about this is it speaks to how business is being conducted on a one-on-one basis more often online.
Right.
So whereas there's maybe an idea that, we send the message out and then all those consumers will click on our link and buy our product, it really has turned into a, hi, John Smith, how are you? I'm big brand.
Personalized outreach.
Are you looking for something? Well, me, big brand, can help you. Here's how I'm going to help you. And so adding the messenger as an objective, lets them run ads that bring people back to a conversation between them and the brand. And then from there, you build the brand loyalty, and products will get purchased, and it's only good faith after that, once you can create that relationship. So this is just, I see this just as like a little gateway on Facebook to starting that individual conversation.
Right. I mean, let's not forget that Facebook is probably, you know, the equivalent to the internet itself in terms of the number of people who are visiting Facebook and the frequency that they're visiting that site. And, you know, when you look at messaging, like it says here, 67% of people said that they prefer text-based messaging when interacting with the business. So they want to be able to text somebody, not go to their website and open up a little chat window, not have to pick up the phone, not have to email them. So many people are using Facebook Messenger as a tool. We use it. It just blows me away. Like, we have clients reaching out to us through Facebook Messenger.
To personal accounts.
To personal accounts. And like, I keep my personal Facebook pretty locked down to friends and family. And then a client is messaging me in Facebook. It's a little disruptive, but also as a business, we want people to be able to reach us. So if that's how customers want to do business, why not put the ads there too, is the reality.
Yeah, and I think the other thing too, there is I don't have numbers on it, but there is this sort of understanding that the youngest of the social media people aren't really using Facebook like the millennials are and their parents. And so but they are using Messenger.
Yeah, I think we're calling them Gen Z now. Is
Gen
that what
Z?
they are? Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, and Messenger, people are using it because it seems to be the ubiquitous messaging app. Like, whether you're on iOS or Android, you know, you don't have FaceTime, you don't have, that whole, like, those kind of platform specific, but it seems like everyone.
And Messenger calls, Messenger videos, Messenger texts, you can share links. It does the basic thing.
Schedule events, like start planning an event and all that kind of stuff. So why on earth, like, here's the quote, and I stand behind it, why on earth doesn't any company in the world allow its customers to communicate with them through the medium through which they're communicating with all their friends? Yeah. Because then you're already kind of positioning yourself as a business to be one of their friends and one of their friend group. So
and Facebook makes it so easy too for businesses to track and respond to those individual messages. Like, I know one of the things that might scare a business would be, yes, but the time it takes and to keep track of it. Like, I already can't keep track of my email, let alone another channel. But really, the tools are there. It wouldn't take that much extra effort, and you can set the expectation.
Yeah, it's setting the expectation, also setting the workflow. I mean, it's very, and we've had these conversations where a client has messaged me from Facebook, and I'm like, now where's that note? Where did that go? What does he or she want? And I can't find it. And it's like, oh yeah, they messaged me in Facebook. Duh. So it's just kind of getting the workflow set up so that you know how to handle those coming in, but to be able to buy ads in them. I think that from a user perspective, if I start seeing ads in my Facebook Messenger, I might be a little...
Well, so what I understand from the article is that the ads would be a business being allowed to re-engage an existing conversation through sponsored messages.
Right.
So you've already reached out to the business, you've already had a conversation about something, and maybe that conversation, I don't know when this happens, is like dormant. The business would be allowed to re-engage with you if they pay, and to push out a sponsored message. Right.
If that's the case, then okay. If it's you and I are having a Facebook Messenger chat about who's bringing the pumpkin pie to Christmas, and all of a sudden I see an ad for pumpkin pie, I'm going to feel like...
Creep factor 11.
Factor 11, exactly. And the other thing is I want to caution businesses on this, because I'm starting to see this in LinkedIn too, and I'm not really a fan, where I'm getting a message in LinkedIn, like in the private inbox, but it's a sponsored ad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it forces me, like, it's like, oh, you have a new notification. Oh, you have a message. So I go and log into LinkedIn, because I'm not always on LinkedIn every day like I am on Facebook. Log into LinkedIn and look at my inbox thinking, who wants to connect with me? And then it's like an ad for something I have absolutely no interest in.
Right.
And it's really spammy. And LinkedIn it's an ad. It's not like somebody is just abusing the LinkedIn platform. It's a paid ad. And the fact that LinkedIn's allowing that is just crazy to me. So I'm afraid of Messenger taking on that shape as well.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Moving from ads to video marketing. So
Logical.
logical.
It's its own segue.
It is, yeah. So Forbes recently put out the top 10 video marketing trends and a stats roundup for 2017. So as we're nearing the end of the year, we're going to see more and more of these, best of and roundups for 2017. I'm sure we'll talk about more of them in the coming weeks as well. So some of the video marketing trends that Forbes identifying with, and I'm just going to skim down the list, Brendan, pipe up if there's anything that speaks to you specifically. So the first one is video first. Consumers want to watch, but also produce video. So Facebook is coining this term last year in terms of video first when talking about making it easy for people to do both consume and produce. Facebook Live is one result of that strategy, and businesses are shifting to using video to lead their marketing efforts. Video first. Live video or live streaming. We're seeing lots of live internet video, some compelling, some not so compelling. It's like, here's my cat eating something.
And the drop whatever you're doing and watch me.
Yeah. And I have to admit, as a consumer of social media and things on the web, I somewhat feel disappointed when I don't hook into that live streaming, because it always kind of comes and goes when I'm not expecting it,
when you're not able
when I'm not able to consume, right? And there are particular people who I actually follow and I enjoy their content, and I've set up on Instagram, send me notifications when this person posts something, and I'll get a notification that so and so just started a live stream, and it's like, that's nice, I'm in the middle of a meeting.
Yeah.
So if I had a little forewarning, I might have set up my day a bit differently.
I think to make live streaming better, if you can let your audience know. I think that,
Yeah, absolutely. Square video growing in popularity, taking up 78% more space in the Facebook newsfeed and getting more engagement than horizontal videos. That's an interesting stat. I don't know if it's Instagram that's making us like square things or we just like perfectly square corners. I don't know.
And then when it changes to round
video, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
The next one is video is driving purchase behavior. So making people want to buy more things. Also, video marketing creates stronger customer engagement. Lower cost to shoot video and produce video. There are better tools. So if you don't do it yourself with software, you can hire it out, from start to finish. And it's like the pricing has come down. The average small marketing video was under $1,000 in 2015. Where a medium-sized product demo might be $2,000. And we talk about that. Like the average cost is about $1,000 per finished minute. So 1 minute of video is $1,000, which people think is a lot, but that's a whole bunch of pre-production, post-production, and lots of stuff that never, that always ends up on the cutting room floor.
Yeah, and that price has come down a lot.
From 3 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, significantly. Video as marketing method, but also a training tool. So some would argue, this goes on to say, it's a bit of a marketing too, but it's like an internal marketing for employees and prospective employees. So you're using it as an internal training tool.
I can see that one.
Sure.
Yep.
I mean, like you go to YouTube to learn how to do anything.
But this, exactly.
Yeah. Marketers investing in paid and sponsored social video. So brands are paying to socialize or promote their videos. In essence, advertising, right? Like that is what a TV commercial is. We're shooting a 30-second video. Yeah.
Full circle.
There we go. Social video is mobile video. So, we're all consuming this stuff on our mobile devices. Video content increases trust. So video alone doesn't increase trust. So it's increasing trust, but it's not that exclusively. It's video that resonates is what matters. And it is not YouTube or Facebook for posting your business video. Most brands are using both. And both are doing well. So it's not one or the other. I know there's all kinds of tips and tricks to make sure that your video on Facebook or any other social media platform kind of tracks better organically. But they're saying really neither nor. It's just do video. What do you think? What do you think about video? We don't do video for our podcast.
No.
Thank goodness, because I look great today.
I'd have to dress up and shave.
Shave once in a while. Yeah, me too. It's that time of year.
Awesome. I guess, okay, so number 4 there was videos driving purchase behavior. And I think this one's really important for anyone who has a product. Unboxing videos are.
I love unboxing videos.
Why do we like unboxing videos? But people love them. They want to know what's in the box.
Yeah.
And then also to like video reviews. I watch The Verge's reviews for most tech things that come out. And I realize it's basically just a guy in front of a camera holding the product, reading what he would have written. But I like the review. I like to see, like if it's a phone, I like to see him put it back and forth in his hand. I get a sense of scale. If it's another tech device, I like to see it being used in, where it might be used. And I like the video reviews. And I think that, reviews and unboxing, that's something that anybody with a product can sort of go after.
Yeah, we're so used to now as consumers, we're buying online, from Amazon or anywhere else, and we know what to expect in terms of photography, product photography, to get the right angles, to show the scale, to show the product in a way that's going to, reduce returns and make sure the customer's really getting what they want. And then you're looking at the reviews to make sure that it's maintaining that standard. But I think when you put that in a video instead, or
and almost a lifestyle
to,
video.
Yeah, it brings that product to life in a big way. And you can actually see it function, because I think people still feel with photography that it's touched up in some way.
Photoshopped.
Right?
Not real.
So you're in a bit of disbelief. Whereas when you see a video, the odds of that happening or the consumer trust is there because you believe that it can't happen.
Yeah.
Although
they shot it with their smartphone, right? They can't edit that.
Yeah. So that trust is there until we start violating that trust, and then we'll move on to something else. Marketers ruin everything. Once again. Speaking of marketers, McDonald's is getting ready.
Man, this could have helped us.
Oh my gosh, last week, McDonald's. If you didn't listen to episode 8 that dropped last week, we had a really rough visit with McDonald's, which is just around the corner from where we record. And their service was really bad. They were out of everything. And it took them way too long to get a cup of coffee and an order of fries, it seemed. So McDonald's, who is reporting on this? Marketing Week is reporting on this. And they are getting ready to flip the switch on their marketing to drive up mobile ordering. So,
do you need to flip the switch on marketing? Like, is mobile ordering not just how everything works now?
Well, no, it isn't. What are you ordering using your mobile device? Pizza.
I have the Papa John's app. We are not sponsored by Papa John's, but if you want to sponsor us, let me know.
Yeah. So let's back this up one quick segment before I go on my rant on this. So they are offering a mobile order and pay in more than 6,000 restaurants. That's already been out, and then they'll reach another 14,000 restaurants by the end of 2017. And by the time 2018 hits, they will be rolling it out across all of their stores as they can. So it's a mobile app where you can pre-order your lunch or dinner or breakfast at McDonald's and pick it up. So I think that, I know in Canada, beloved franchise Tim Hortons coffee shop launched a mobile ordering app back in the summer of this year. And they're struggling with people using the app. They've now started ramping up advertising around it so people will use it. And I think there's a trust factor here. We ordered in person and they couldn't get it right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right. When you're ordering pizza, there's a couple of things. Pizza companies are really, really good at taking your order in advance. They've proven this. I can phone them up and order in advance, and they will have it ready when I ask for it to be ready, if I need it ready for 10 after 5, or they will hold it for me when I'm not there, and it will still stay reasonably hot.
Well, okay, so to go to the Tim Hortons problem, is that not just because most people get Tim Hortons when they're driving?
But, yeah.
So, like, I can't pull out my phone and pre-order my coffee.
But my passenger could, if I've got a carload of people. Or if I'm in the office or at my house before I jump into the car.
Like you're going on your commute. you can.
I'm
order
doing the
it.
commute.
Yeah.
And they've got like, it's a fast button. I played with it. It's like a fast button order. So if my my order, as we established last week, is a medium,
Yeah.
if my order is, that standard order, it's like, yep, just order my thing again. And then there's the timing on it. So, I mean, there's still.
Does it know where you are and know how far away you are?
No, I mean, and there's still 10 cars in line ahead of me.
It's not like a special you've ordered online.
And I still have to drive past the microphone where the window order specialist says, hi, my name is so-and-so. Welcome to Tim Hortons. Can I take your order, please? And I can say, yeah, it's already in your app. And then I'll say, it's order number 5321. And then I still have to wait in line. And then they just hand it to me.
So what's the benefit?
There's no benefit. But I see McDonald's working in the same way.
The only thing I can see with McDonald's is I wouldn't mind getting the whole order in, being able to see the whole order, and then saying yes. Like Tim Hortons, you're ordering a coffee and you're ordering a muffin. That should be just as easy as saying order 3321.
Mm-hmm.
But I know in our house, when we're ordering, it's like, okay, you want the chicken with this and that and not that, and you want there's some special orders going in that sometimes get lost in translation at the drive-through.
At the microphone or at
so
the
I
teller.
wouldn't mind here's my specialized order. Yes, that's it. Now I've hit send and ordered.
Yeah, I still think McDonald's is going to have to do a lot of work to win me over that my order is going to be ready when I want it. Because I may say I want it at 10 after 5, but because of traffic or lineups or whatever, I'm not actually showing up until 5:15. Does that mean it's been sitting there for 5 minutes, going cold in the bag and my French fries are getting soggy? Or do I show up and say, my name's Heather, I'm here to pick up my order, and they assemble it? I don't know.
Yeah, do they make it?
Right?
Yeah.
And that they're going to get it right.
Well, I think this would improve them getting it right. Because whatever you see should be whatever they see.
I would hope so.
You don't have a lot of faith right now.
I don't.
In fast food.
And I mean, all of this is a shift. We've been doing the whole DIY ordering in McDonald's with the touch screen, right? Like most of the McDonald's now.
And that's not really intuitive. I'm just going to throw that out there.
It's not.
Yeah.
I prefer still to go to a counter. Call me old school. I'm of that generation. And I love technology. I have no problem playing with new buttons and shiny things. But I feel like it's just one step away from eliminating jobs, right? Eliminating people. And maybe that's where we are. And that's what the app is doing. So it's like you're not going to even have a teller anymore. Nor will you need the standalone order your own kiosk.
Maybe you just scan your phone when you get to
You just scan your phone and a robot hands you your Big Mac.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. So they are going to be... They've also partnered with Uber Eats.
For delivery.
Yeah. So that might work.
That might work.
That might work. I might be eager to try that. Now, they have had problems with their app crashing and issues, just technology issues. So we'll see how things go in the new year when it starts rolling out abroad.
And that always surprises me when a large brand has technical issues inside their app.
Mm-hmm.
There's a way to build an app that doesn't crash. You think they would have. So that's just always a surprising thing
back
for me.
in July, they did a free ice cream offer to celebrate National Ice Cream Day. And... it crashed. It just
the load,
I guess. Yeah. So that's McDonald's. Our love-hate of them. And, great on fast food for trying to be faster or trying to be better.
It's true.
We often say great things about fast food companies for being smart in terms of their marketing and efforts that they're doing on social media. And here's McDonald's really trying to do something a little bit different. So I do hope it pans out for them. I'm just really skeptical that it'll work at this point in time. Yeah. Speaking of skeptical, I want to start with things. Speaking of... Get better at segue, transitions, rejoiners, joiners, all that technical podcast speak. So Sears is in
Sears Canada,
Sears US. So we need to set this
Sears
up
Canada
right.
exists anymore.
Here's the problem, my friends. So as many of you know, we are in Canada, and Sears Canada has been around for 100+ years, longer than Canada itself, I feel.
Yeah.
Actually. The Wish book that many people love, was a very awesome thing. And so Sears Canada is now bankrupt, and they're liquidating everything in Canada as we speak. I don't imagine any of their stores will be even open in the new year. Products are flying off the shelves. I'm not sure when the time is that they're officially locking the doors, but we are at the end of an era in Canada when it comes to the Sears brand. And for the last couple of years, they really, really have been struggling in Canada, relaunching old things, starting up new things, rebranding completely. They've been hanging on by a thread. And they just haven't been able to make it work. They weren't able to shift fast enough to stay viable in Canada's economy. So Sears in the US, on the other hand, I don't know how well they're doing, if they're like struggling or not. But this to me says that they're struggling. So the Consumerist is reporting that Sears is bringing back the holiday wish book in search of nostalgic customers. Sears Canada did this a few years ago as a step to save themselves. So I think that this might be a precursor to what's going on down there.
What age bracket is nostalgic customers?
Well, so the Wish Book launched in 1933. Now, this is in the States. I don't know when it launched in Canada.
Okay.
And it was scrapped in 2011. So it touched a lot of hands, a lot of generations. It certainly was in my hands.
So I guess the reason I asked that is because shouldn't they be trying to attract a younger demographic?
I mean, I think this is filed under what's old is new again, right?
Okay.
So we are all kind of, the younger generation is still enamored with older technology, right?
Thank you, Nintendo, for releasing all the old Nintendo consoles.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, when I was a kid, the Wish Book would come, and it was a thick catalog. Like, this is saying it's 120 pages, which I feel like it was like a 600-page catalog. It was like as thick as the Bible, kind of thick. And it would like organize gifts by price point.
Like my Amazon wish list.
Oh, there you go. Except it's a paper copy.
True.
And I would scroll it away in my bedroom and like leaf through it, circle items. I'd make wish lists because I had, as a kid, I'd have like a little bit of an allowance kind of set aside that I could buy gifts for my parents and people. And I'd find items that were in those sections. And it was a fantastic feeling to look forward. It was like when the Wish Book hit the stands, when it was available to pick up or when it dropped in the mailbox, it's like we can now finally start celebrating Christmas. Like it was just the Christmas is here, just like the Santa Claus parades start in, November. It's okay. Now we can start thinking about Christmas and the decorations go up and all that kind of stuff. So I think we are becoming more nostalgic. The chief marketing officer for Sears and Kmart, there's a brand I haven't heard much from in Canada. Our members told us they missed the Wish Book. So we had to bring it back, but in a special way that lets you share more joy wherever you are. So, there's an online version that
I was about to ask that very question.
I mean, I hope there's some augmented reality in here too, right? Like that you're able to play with things through your phone and through an app. I hope that would be the next step. It's not talking about that, but this is also on trend. JCPenney revived its print catalog back in 2015 in the States. And other retailers are launching into the glossy branded magazine concept, including Land's End and Restoration Hardware and a few other U.S. companies. So, I mean, in Canada, we're not big on the catalog. There's nostalgia for the catalog. Sears may have a go at it and do well. Their best members will receive a limited edition printed version of the 2017 Wish Book, and we'll see how it goes. So,
what does it mean when it says members? Is there like Sears membership?
Maybe.
Interesting.
Maybe. I'm not sure. We don't have Sears members.
Yeah.
I mean, at one point in time, you could be a Sears credit card holder, like the store would have their own.
Okay. Yeah.
And you would be considered a member, just like you're a member of American Express, which basically just allows me to pay a bill every month, right?
Yeah.
the benefits of membership, I don't know.
Actually, that's probably what it is right there.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
So I mean, I would love to see Sears continue on in the U.S. It was a very beloved brand in Canada that many Canadians are going to miss. My prediction, though, is a year from now, they're going to be running into some trouble just like they did in Canada.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Breaking news. 365 days ahead of
Yeah,
time.
I need the ticker now.
Yeah. So that's it. So for more marketing news and all things that are great in marketing and innovation, you can follow us on our Twitter at marketingpod_. Hit us up online at marketingpodcast.ca or on Facebook at The Marketing Podcast. And I think that's it for our show. So are you ready for Christmas? Still not?
Maybe I'll get my hands on this wish book
Get the wish book.
from the States.
Yeah, bring it
for
up.
ideas.
Yeah. Or at least get your that Amazon list all polished off anyways. So once again, on behalf of The Marketing Podcast, I'm Heather.
And I'm Brendan.
Thanks for listening.